the line between most successful people and people who fail in whatsoever field of life is this particular skill I'm going to be talking about now. Irrespective of whether you want to go into business, content creation, video editing, freelancing as a whole, or starting your own physical or digital product business or whatever, or affiliate marketing. This skill will really help you to make or build that success that you are looking for. This is not about your family background. This is not about your environment alone. This skill is very, very crucial, whether you are a graduate or not. And for most people, the reason why sometimes most successful people become easier, get their children become more successful at the end of the day is because of this particular skill that I'm going to be mentioned. For some who come from poor family, they struggle with this a lot because you are not exposed to certain resources that educate you on this. And what exactly is this particular skill? It's a skill of communication. Yes, this very skill of communication that you see here. This skill is as powerful as anything that you can think of. I used to struggle most of the time to interact with people, and until the very first day I begin to get conscious of this, I begin to fix this, I begin to make deliberate effort to fix this particular problem. Because without this, you see that your skill lancing, go and create account in the best platform, Upwork, legit, whatsoever. You will still suffer at the end of the day. Go and try to create a digital product and sell it. You will still suffer at the end of the day. Go and start content creation. You will still suffer at the end of the day. Go and start whatsoever business you think of. Without this skill, without you will still suffer, because this is what breaks the line. Your ability to communicate effectively with whosoever your target is what draws the line between the person who is doing it and is failing and the person who is succeeding. Because there was a particular time, let me use myself as a case study. There was a particular time I struggled. I tried to communicate with a particular set of people using my skill that I have. And trust me, what I got at the end of the day was warning. Please do not talk to me again. Do not do this again. Do not do this again. Now, at the end of the day, I moved from this very warning sign to this other blue side. What did I do exactly? Is going back to fix my communication skill on that particular platform. How am I doing it? Now, this is another practical example I'm going to be giving now. In my own case, there was a particular time we went for a program. At that particular program, everybody speak, a lot of people spoke, and I was privileged to also speak. Now, when I spoke, people started paying attention to what I was saying. Everybody stopped the first day. The following day, when I started speaking again, it got the attention of the person who was in front, this very person who was in front. And he asked me, please, can I start all over again? When I started again, he started nodding his head. He started asking, wow, can't he? Anyway, the most interesting part of it is he was so impressed by the way I was presenting it. Now, on the third day, before it got to my turn, they asked everybody to stop at a particular point in time. That where is so person who want to hear his own point of view on this. So this is why communication skill is very, very important, because your ability to grab attention is where the real journey starts. If you are just doing things anyhow, hoping that people will just like you, trust me, it doesn't work that way. Because you must be able to present your issues, or present your product, or present your skill, or present your knowledge in a very, very subtle and captivating way that whosoever is listening to you will just be interested in that particular thing you are saying. Now, most people, they have this challenge of being very conscious of these things. They feel you need to like me the way I am. See, nobody will like you the way you are. Nobody will want to identify with an arrogant person. Nobody will want to identify with a person that doesn't listen to his own point of view. This communication skill is very broad. There are different strategies that are involved. And even this is why one of the most lucrative skill you see people have on this earth surface are skill of copywriting and skill of sales and negotiation, which is popularly called sales closing. Now, this skill as is not that common for most people. They struggle with it a lot because there are ways you communicate with people that when you are talking, the next question they will ask you is not always direct the way you are expecting. So when they give you a question or answer you in a way that you don't expect, what will be your response? That means it requires a lot of brain work when you are doing all these things. And for most people, they underestimate this so much that they think it's all about sales and marketing. Yes, communication is part of sales and marketing, but that first part of grabbing their attention matters a lot. If you greet somebody, good morning, how are you? Sorry, if you greet somebody good morning on a very good day, expect that person to tell you how are you. But in most cases, what if the person doesn't say how are you? What will be your next response? Or if you decide to say what is good about the morning, so what will be your response? Or if you decide to say, hey, go and bring me this thing, what will be your response? Or if you decide to say, okay, on that particular day, you are talking about this thing, what will be your next response? So this is why communication skill is very, very important. And even for people who have challenges in their profession in real life, the reason why somebody will do something and he will get punished, and another person will do something and they will clap for him at the end of the day, is the communication skill. How you present it matters a lot. You might have a very genuine case, but if you present it wrongly, trust me, you are knocked off. Even from the beginning, you get knocked off. And the same person who has the same issue, if you present it in a very logical way, you see him giving. Yes.